5-minute home workout for you to do over the February half term. If you have a mini ball and a lightweight, grab it now and use it throughout the session, but if not, you can do the whole session without any equipment. So let's get ourselves into our perfect Pilates posture to start with. So let's bring our feet together. Let's go lovely and tall and roll those shoulders back. Let's turn our toes out to the corners of the room. Let's raise up on our toe and realign our heels so it comes under our hip bone. Let's just rock side to side, forwards and backwards, making sure our big toe and little toe are planted in the ground. We've tension our muscles, not our joints, so we can freely move. And again, roll those shoulders back. Let's place your hands on your hips. We're going to rock our pelvis forwards and backwards. Forwards being A, backwards being C. We're trying to find B somewhere in the middle. When you find B, bottom will tuck under, you get a nice light connection on your abdominals. Okay? And then from there, we're just going to start our movements straight away. So let's bring our arms up to the ceiling and then back down. Lift up to shoulder high, open out, squeeze those shoulder blades back, back down, and then open on a diagonal. Good, and down. Let's go again. Lift it up and down. Up to shoulder high, open out, back in, and then on a diagonal. One arm high, one arm low, and back down. And let's go again. Up, come up, shoulder high, and then a diagonal. One side, and then good, and down. Let's go again. Up, and down. Open, and diagonal. And arms down. Then our right arm, let's start circling backwards. And let's move to our left. Again, I've not got that tension to our muscles, not our joints, so I'm freely moving through those knees. One more, good. Shoulders roll back. Arms up to shoulder high. Let's lift alternate arms out. Following with our eye line, squeezing that shoulder back. Arms down, shoulders back. Take our right arm over and then our left. So we're just alternating, open up through our side. Good. Looking tall, shoulders roll back. Arms wide, like a scarecrow, palms to the ceiling. Take your feet a little bit wider apart. Yeah, let's do a spine twist to one side, hips staying forward. Spine twist to the other side. Bring our arms forward. Squat, and then come back up, open those arms out. So spine twist again to one side, but pause in the middle, then the other, arms forward, and squat and back out. Let's do one more. Squat and up, and roll the shoulders back. Just pedal push through those feet. Again, take those feet slightly wider and hip this apart. Let's do 4 squats together, nice and deep. Nice and slow. So bring down. One more. Good. Take that foot even wider apart. Let's go 4 deep squats. Let's go. And our feet together, both squats together, let's go. Good, now I'm just going to turn the side on to show you. Then bring one leg forward, stretch it out, lift the heel off the ground, and good, let's do 4 one-legged squats. 4. Bring that foot back, switch your legs, second one. And lift the heel forward. 3, 2. Back up and just pedal push through those feet. Take your right leg out as well, let's push it forwards and back. Good, place it down, bring it slightly across and open to the side. And again, you can take the opposite arm. You can tap down each time if you need. Just keep your hands on your hips if you prefer. And one more. Good, bring that toe forward and let's tap. Forwards and backwards like a rainbow. Good. Pedal push through those feet. Let's switch sides. Left leg pushing forwards and back. And then place it down, bring it slightly across and open to the side. And that opposite arm going out. One more. Tap that leg forward and back. Good. There you go, shake. And one more. Good. Pedal push through those feet. Come to the top of your mat. Make sure those feet under those hip bones, lovely tall. Shoulders roll back. Chin on your chest. And let's do our rollers. So nice and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, you can bend those knees. Fall heavy, head down. And then walk out into our calf stretch. Pulse one foot into the ground and hold. Switch to the other side and hold. And again, just keep switching. And then come onto your knees to into our all four position. Let's do our cat to cow. So chin on chest, belly button to the ceiling into our cat pose. Belly button to the floor, head up into our cow. Back into our cat, chin on chest, belly button to the ceiling. Down into cow. Come to neutral, sit back on your heels, walk your hands forward into child pose. Just pause there. Then rise onto your knees, touch your toes under, walk your hands back and bend in your knees. You're going to roll yourself back up, chin on chest. Bring those fingers all the way in front of the body to the ceiling, circle round, and then roll your shoulders back. Grab yourself some water, just going to change the music. So we're going to be working to intervals. We're going to be doing 3 1-minute exercises, followed by a 30-second rest. And it's all about strengthening and lengthening in today's session. So we're going to start with our roll down, walk out into a plank, pause in that plank for a couple of seconds, walk back and roll up as our first exercise. We'll be moving to press up to child pose and then into plank for the first set. So let's go back of the mat, lovely and tall, feet into those hip bones, roll the shoulders back, chin on chest, and let's go. Nice and slowly rolling down. Walk those hands out, hands under our shoulders into that plank position. Pause there for a couple of seconds, bend your knees, walk your hands back, and roll back up. Shoulders roll back, go again, chin on chest. Just working at your own pace. Nice and strong through our core, we're in that plank. Do one more down, walk into that plank, pause there for a second, drop onto your knees. Have your knees slightly back, we're going to do a press up and push back to our child pose. And repeat again. So nice and strong through our core, and our upper body, get that nose as close to that floor as you can. And you're keeping this going in a nice continuous movement. You're not pausing too long in that child pose, but if you do need an extra rest, feel free to stay there that little bit longer. Come on, shake your wrists out. We're going to go into our plank position on our hold. So high plank on our hands. You can stay in your high plank position and hold. Otherwise, we're going to do 4 alternate taps to the side and then 4 mountain planks. So you tap in alternate to the side. So you just off the mat and then 4 slow mountain planks alternating your legs coming in. You can now go into child pose if you want to rest and then come back up, or you're continuing in that same pattern. 4 alternate taps to the side. 4 mountain nice and strong. Imagine a tray, glasses on your back. Good, come onto your knees, push back into that chair. Shake out your wrists, grab some water if you need. We're going to be doing seated abdominals next. So if you do have your mini ball and weight, grab them. If you don't, you're just going to be seated tall. When we're doing the exercises, you're just having a slight movement. If you do have your ball, you're going to put it behind your back so that you're seated nice and tall. Okay, if you have your weight and you want to use it, you can use it. If not, you don't need to. We're going to push back on the ball and open our arms on a diagonal. So the weight with the hand with the weight in is going high, the other one low. And then you pause in the middle and change and switching sides. Again, connect with your breath, exhale going back, inhale coming forwards. So again, front view, that ball's nice and tight behind your back if you have one, and you're pushing back. If you don't have the ball, for you it's just moving those arms on that diagonal and there's a slight movement. Because we've got the ball, we can move that little bit more. It's not any big movement, we're not going right the way back. Yeah, it's just that tiny movement. It's that exhale. Going back. Inhale, come in. Pull those shoulders back as well. Good, if you're using the ball, just adjust again so it's nice and tight in. You're not going to do the same arm, same leg extended, alternating sides. So your hand passing that weight over if you're using a weight, or you're just switching sides if not. Yeah, toe pointing to the ceiling, nice and long in our movement. Easier version would be to keep your foot in contact with the floor. So if you prefer that version, feel free. Otherwise, that leg is lifted off the floor, and it's that opposite arm and leg. Okay, if you're using that ball, just that ball, do the bow and arrow. So both arms up, you're pulling the bow back, switching sides. So pulling back, alternating sides, and that little twist as you're pulling back, pushing back on that ball if you're using the ball. If you're not using the ball, yeah, you're just coming slightly back, so slightly back. So your choice, which variation you are doing. Good, just put the ball, the weight down for a moment, just come onto your back, hug those knees into your chest to release that lower back, and roll side to side, then put your feet flat on the ground, arms wide like a scarecrow, and just rock those legs side to side. Then when you're ready, come round into the all four position. We're going to be doing Superman. So if you have your weight, you're going to grab it. If not, you don't need to. So our normal Superman, make sure inner elbows facing. You're going to take opposite arm and leg away. Hand and knee touch and you go out again. So staying on this same side for the full minute. If you're not using your weight, palms facing in, toe points to the floor, and hand and knee touch. If you are using your weight, again, just in your hand. Nice, slow, continuous motion. Lengthening and pause when you're in your full Superman. Exhale as you're taking the arm and leg away. Inhale, coming back. lengthened, toe points to the floor, palm facing in. So I'm just using a 1 kg weight, so something nice and light. Again, it's your choice if you want it heavier. You don't want too heavy. This is enough. Good. Place your weight down, stay in Superman or alternating sides. So you take your arm and leg away, your elbow pulls back high, your knee comes in, your arm goes back out, and then in, and you're switching sides. So take it out, elbow pull back, knee in, go back out, and come in for switch sides. So I'll show you from this angle. You take out, elbow pull back, knee in, go back out and lengthen, back to the middle and switch. So take out, elbow pull back, knee in, back out, make a nice length, and in. And then alternating sides. Still connecting that exhale, taking away, pulling up. Back into this position, taking out. Good. From there, just push back into your child pose, stretching out that lower back. Come to all fours, let's do a quick cat to cow, so chin and chest, belly button to the ceiling, and belly button to the floor, head up into cow. Come to neutral. So we're going to do abdominals now, but lying on the floor in our supine position. So again, if you don't have the ball, just make sure that lower back is planted into the ground. If you do have the ball, put it under your pelvis. Then you're going to lift one leg into tabletop, and then your other. We're going to be doing our tap downs, both our arms going back. So doing a single tap and both arms go back, alternating sides. So you can either tap with your heel, or you can tap with your toe, if you prefer, and both arms going back over your head. Exhale as you tap, inhale coming back up. If you would prefer not to have the weight in your hands, or just even sending your arms back, you can just have your arms by your side and doing single taps. Or if you're doing it again without the weight, then both arms are just going back. For a nice and strong 3 core, exhale as you tap in. Inhale coming back to the middle. Good. Weight in one hand, you can do same arm, same leg, extending back and alternating sides. So single leg stretch, but with the same arm, going back over your head, either with or without the weight in your hand. Or again, if you are struggling with the arms and the coordination, you can just have your arms by your side and just extend alternate legs. And really try and connect with that breath, that exhale going back. Inhale, come forward, have that pause in the middle so you're not rushing through. And if when you rest, you can put your knees to your chest and put your feet on the ground. Put your weight down. Again, I'm just adjusting my ball, make sure your lower back's planted in down. You're doing a knee drop, so you're just dropping one knee to the side, bring it back, and then your other. You need to make sure that the lower back stays planted in the ground if you've not got the ball under your pelvis. It's just a slight knee drop. Exhale as you drop. Inhale back up. So our arms are just by our side in the scarecrow. If you did want to challenge yourself, you could have the weight in your hand, and then it could be opposite arm, dip to the side, into like a pec deck as that knee drops. Keep the other leg up in that table top position, so I'm going to run down. So your choice if you're using that weight, moving the arm out to the side, or your arms are just by your side. Good. Feet down on the floor. If you've got that ball, move that ball. And again, hug those knees to your chest and just rolling side to side. And again, grab any water if you need any water. We're going to be moving into our thread like a needle next, and our square and our cobra in our next set of 3. So for our thread like a needle, we're going to be in our roll 4 position. Okay? We're going to have one arm up to the ceiling, and you're going to thread that arm under your opposite arm. You can bend, shoulders close to the floor, come high back up. You can do 4 on one side, and then you're switching sides. So following with our eye line, it as low to the floor with our shoulders as we can. Switching sides after 4, and I'll show you from this angle. Coming up and down. Shoulders close to that floor. Exhale, going down. Inhale, back up. And switching sides every 4, so you'll end up doing 2 sets on each side. The last 4, make sure you finish your full set so you're equal on both sides. 2 more to do. 1 more to do, so making sure you're equal, don't move the second move. You're going to come down onto in the prone position onto your tummy, we're doing a square. So hands at head height, just off the mat, head down. You're lifting one arm up and looking under the armpit, place it down and alternating to the other side. So as you're lifting, you're squeezing that shoulder blade back and looking under the arm. Head back down on the mat before you repeat on the other side. Exhale as you're lifting and squeezing that shoulder blade back. Make sure you're equal the same. Good. Now move your hands onto the mat at head height. You're doing a version of cobra or swan dive, it's whatever you call it. And then you come it up either onto your forearms, lifting and lowering on your forearms, or you can come into full extension on your hands, but make sure your hips stay down on the ground, and then lowering. You want the breathing pattern, you inhale at the bottom and you exhale as you lift. Inhale at the top and then exhale as you lower. Just breathe naturally. Nice and controlled. There, once you lower, push yourself back into your child pose. Really stretch out that lower back. That's great. I'm just going to change the music. We've got 2 more sets to do. So yeah, fully stretched out into that child pose. You can move your hands to one side, feel the stretch. Back to middle to the other side. Grab any water if you need, otherwise we're moving to shoulder bridge next. So I want you to come down onto the mat. Onto your back, feet bent, knees flat on the, feet flat on the floor. Just start by doing a couple of pelvic tilts. Just gently lift and massage that back into the ground. And then when you're ready, push through those feet nice and slowly, slower the better. Peel that spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae, into your ski slope position. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your core. And then melt back down, like snow melting into the ground, vertebrae by vertebrae, so you can feel each vertebrae going down, and each bottom go again. Shut your eyes if you wish. Squeeze at the top and then melt back down. So our shoulder bridge, slower the better for this one today. For exercise 2, we're going to add in our arms. So as you lift into your bridge, you lift those arms up and float them over your head. Really squeeze at the top, leave your arms where they are, and melt back down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. And once your coccyx hits the ground, then move your arms back down. Really push those hips up, squeeze the bum, squeeze the core. Now we're going to leave your arms by your side. You're going to lift into that bridge nice and slow. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your tummy. Extend one leg out and lift it up and down 3 times. Place it down, just keep squeezing. Extend the other leg, lift up and down 3 times. Nice and straight leg. Place down and then lower down out of your bridge. And then go again. Next time, once you lift into your bridge and just hold. In this position, imagine you've got a wide belt over your thighs, make tiny pulses out against the belt. That imaginary belt. You can pull some tiny pulses. And stop and slowly melt down. Bring those knees to your chest and roll side to side. Really feel that through your glutes. Last set is going to be abdominals. So, again, if you have a ball on the way, grab your ball on the way, put your weight by your side to start with. Fall onto your pelvis again. If you've not got a ball, just do a couple of pelvic tilts, make sure that lower back is planted, and then you're going to be lifting those legs into that tabletop position. Arms wide like a scarecrow. You're going to do a right leg tap, bring it back, right leg stretch, bring it in, a right leg curtsy, bring it in. Then move to your left, a left leg tap, bring it in, a left leg stretch, bring it in, a left leg curtsy, and then back to your right. So just working at your own pace, that tap, stretch and curtsy. Each time bringing it in before you make the next move. If you can, connect with that breathing. You exhale, and the hard part of the exercise, we're tapping and stretching. Good, you can grab your weight if you want, or you don't, you can just do it without. You're doing dead bugs, sending out opposite arm and leg away. Again, you have that pause in the middle, where you switch your hands with the weight, nice and controlled with the core. Exhale, sending the arm and leg away. Really lengthening, inhale, coming back. Again, if you don't want to use your arms as well, you can just have your arms by your side and just send alternate legs away. Just have that pause in the middle. Make sure your knees are not coming over your hip bones and keep those shins up to the ceiling. Nice and strong through our core. If you need a rest at any point, we'll chest, or put your feet on the floor. Okay, both arms now with the weight, so you're sending both arms and legs away, and then coming back. So really exhale, and then inhale. If you don't like this exercise and you find it too much, you can continue with dead bugs, or you can just continue with the first exercise and do a tap, and then a stretch, and then a curtsy. Nice and strong. Again, you can do this without the weight if you prefer, just sending your arms back. Last exercise, then we're going to our cool down. Good, well done. Feet flat on the ground, bring those knees to your chest, and just hug them in. I'm just changing the music while we go into our cool down. Really well done there, everybody. So you've just been hugging those knees side to side. Now I want to extend your legs, arms above your head, and go into that full body stretch. Just shut your eyes for a moment, and just take some nice deep breaths. Breathing in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And again. Bring your knees to your chest, and your legs are a bit wider, and again just roll side to side on that lower back. If you can, circle clockwise for one count, and then back to anti-clockwise, and then again side to side. Put your feet flat on the ground, arms wide like a scarecrow, and just drop those knees side to side in that continuous motion. Stop in the middle. The next exercise you can do with your feet flat on the ground and just drop your knees to one side and hold, but if you can, lift your legs into tabletop, drop your knees to one side and look the opposite way and hold. Come back to the middle, drop the other way, and look the opposite way and hold. Come back to the middle, feet back on the ground, back into that full body stretch. There's a nice deep breath. One more. Now to slowly come up and round and come into your all four position. Just going to do our cat to cows. So put your chin on chest, put your belly up to the ceiling into cat pose. Drop your belly up to the floor, lift your head up into cow. Back into cat. Down into cow. To neutral, sit back on your heels, walk those hands forward into child pose. From there, rise back onto your knees, tuck your toes under, walk your hands back, and you're going to roll yourself up, bending those knees, chin on chest, fingertips coming all the way up the front of your body to the ceiling. Circle those arms round, and again just roll those shoulders back, bending those knees a few times. Do one more. Good. Come into the centre of your mat. Think about that perfect Pilates posture with the feet under your hip bone, and again, roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands up into prayer position, shut your eyes if you wish, into your breastbone, and just take some nice deep breaths, breathing in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. And again. Drop your arms by your side, roll your shoulders back. Lift one arm up to shoulder height, lift your other. Turn your palms in, give yourself a clap. Really well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed that 35-minute home workout for you to do over the February half term. Hope you enjoyed enjoy. It's all about building that strength and lengthening those muscles and feeling nice and controlled in your breathing. So, yeah, enjoy, and I'll see you next week in class. Have a good week.